realize the following. As a human being, you are a spirit being. You are a spirit being with a soul living in a body. So you're not a material creature. Your materiality means your body is part of you and you need it in order to remain operative. That's true. Understand the following. If you're not in agreement with Christ, if you don't have the Holy Spirit inside of you and you're not operating in agreement with Christ, that means your energy field is open to be invaded. Now, unclean spirits cannot just invade any energy field. They need you to be in the negative. So if you have a common individual who's unsaved but has a relaxed way of thinking, demons can't just go into that energy field. They need to have that individual in the negative, meditating negatively through worry, stress, or anything like that. Just understand, when you're not in agreement with Christ, you can only agree with Christ if you are born again, because then it will be effective. Because you need to be born again, you need to believe on Him in order to agree with Him. If you don't agree with Christ, that means that you have holes in your aura, holes in your energy field. And what that means is that the enemy can use these openings to attach people onto you. Yes, the enemy will attach people onto you. And here's why he's doing it. Because when you hang out or you're connected with certain people, you share in what they have and what they carry with them. So what will the enemy do? The enemy will cause you to have cracks or holes in your energy field due to wrong thinking. That happens easily because the world conditions you to think against Christ anyway. So what the enemy does is he pushes certain people around you, and when those people get connected to you emotionally, you now share in what they carry. You're tied to them. And here's the thing. What are those people carrying? If they have the Holy Spirit and they operate in agreement with Christ, they carry life and abundance. So that's great. If they are an unbeliever that doesn't follow Christ, but they're still relaxed in some way, well, they may not really carry anything, but still, it's risky. But if you have someone that's not in agreement with Christ, because he or she is not a believer, but they also have this negative waste with them, you will be affected by their negative waste also, at a distance. You don't have to be directly in contact with someone for that to happen. Don't you know that just a phone call with someone that's negatively laden can cause you to sense their heaviness and their negativity? That's why when I was in my teenage years, when someone talked to me on the phone and I sensed this heaviness coming onto me, I would shut down the conversation very quick. I don't care whether it was a relative or some stranger. When I sensed heaviness, I shut down the conversation. The same I do on social media. Even though it's not directly talking, it's just through text, you send messages, you are an energetic being as a human being. So whatever you do in your intentions, you release energy in it. So if someone is carrying heaviness and they are texting with you, or whether it's through WhatsApp or Facebook or whatever, if you pay close attention, you will sense that heaviness at the other side of the line. It may sound very weird what I'm saying now, but you will sense it. And there are times people can't answer your text messages or your messages at all. It's because you operate in agreement with Christ and you speak against psychic violence. Now, what if the other individual you just text is operating psychic violence? What if they have issues against their parents or issues against certain people they don't like? What if they're operating in the negative and they have all this waste with them and you're praying against such stuff from affecting you? Now you understand why such people can't answer your messages, or they can't call you back, answer your phone calls, because they're carrying negative waste with them. And because you operate in protection, you're protected against their negative waste. It's important for you to understand this. The enemy will attach people onto you. It often happens without you being aware of it. The reason he's doing this is to bind you to this web of negativity, to weigh you down. Listen what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you should avoid all unbelievers altogether. It's not possible, it's not practical, it's not wise to do. Just relate to them in a wise manner. And please, if someone is carrying heavy waste with them, acknowledge they're carrying heavy waste and deal with it in a Christ-centered manner. And if people are not willing to receive salvation nor receive deliverance, you continue, move on. You're not going to so-called bother them, but there's the thing. They will bother you with their presence, with their negativity. And if they realize that you won't validate their wrong expectations, they will turn on you and turn away from you. When that happens, praise the Lord. Just realize that people carry stuff with them, often without them being aware of it, but it doesn't cancel out they're carrying it with them. So, I just want to remind you of that. So above all, agree with Christ, and please, beware whom you are in contact with and for what reason. If it's just relaxation or relief you want, beware who you contact to have this relaxation with. Because some people, you really should not hang out with them. Not because those people intend to do you wrong, not because they are what the society calls a wrong crowd. They may have a job, they may have finished school, they may have a respectable life, but if they are carrying energetic waste with them and they refuse to see this, they will affect everyone they are around with that energetic waste. So that's why you shouldn't be around them. Don't just look at someone's lifestyle, where they have a clean lifestyle, a respectable lifestyle. Don't just look at the lifestyle. Look at what they're carrying with them. Don't just look at the first impression, whether they wear a black tie or whether they wear a suit or whether. Don't just look at all that superficial garbage. What do you sense coming from them? Because the real first impression is the energetic emissions they emit in the climate when they arrive. What did you sense coming from them? Okay, was it in the positive? Was it in the negative? Okay, if it's in the negative, it can be that they need help, but they're not aware of it, or it can be they're really negative-minded people. You don't know. But if it was a negative, then someone can either be a relaxed unbeliever, or there's someone that walks by faith. But probably when you walk by faith, they have this intense presence. Just look at what people carry with them, not just how they look or how they present themselves. Well, that's it for now. Agree with Christ and be at peace.